Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Wan-Bissaka makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
This is the kind of player you want to watch, Peter. He's always on the move, up and down that flank, overlapping, getting crosses in at one end and then racing back to cut out an attack at the other. He's got the pace to make it all work, and he's got plenty of stamina too. He's a joy to watch for me.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. There's the whistle, and here we go. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. Driving forward. Looking to play him. Banza! That's another chance! And a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's had it taken off him. Oh, there's a probing ball. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. That is a great pick out. And he's there to belt it away. Buku.
That's good play from him.
It's a good run down the right. He has found the way through. Crosses it. Getting up there! Trustbar comes to the rescue. Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Democratic Republic of Congo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that.
And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're threatening to fly away here. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height, and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Knocks it out wide. Democratic Republic of Congo have scored 2 quick goals here. He's having a hit! Just too high.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Banza, header! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Banza. Shifted it to the flank. Played in. A header! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Democratic Republic of Congo are having a ball here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Played down the flank. Banza. Looking for the run. Now there's a... and he shoots! And he hits the net! They are purring, truly purring.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Après 29 minutes de jeu par le numéro 22.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Uzbekistan have a free kick. Lukau. Buku. Played out to the left flank. Wisa. Banza. He's in a great position here. So no flag here. Delivered low. And the shot! And one more try! Democratic Republic of Congo looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Goes back. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Banza is having the time of his life here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, well played, well played. That's a lovely, neat pass. Masuaku.
Temps additionnel,
Wissa.
3 minutes.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish of true class! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Le numéro 23.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Banza. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Democratic Republic of Congo looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline.
Souhaitons tous la bienvenue à nos joueurs.
The second period is on the way. Mukau. That's Masuaku. It's a promising position. Pickle. That has been slung wide. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Wisa. Good take. And the finish! And he's stuck it away. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Oh, good spread.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is lovely. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Masuaku. Wisa. Banza, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Mbuku. Pickle. Mbuku.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Banza. That's a good ball out wide. That's a shade up to... Chance for a shot! And he steered it beyond the post.
Wisa clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Changement. Le numéro 23.
So we have movement on both
Le
benches.
20. Cédric Bakambu. Changement en cours.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And no, he's seen through all of that. Democratic Republic of Congo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And Wissa! And that's a good finish. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Numéro 9.
Uzbekistan have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He was under real pressure there.
Uzbekistan appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
Wissa. Strong running down that left flank. Masuaku. Crosses it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. That makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Le numéro 11.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
Just eases him off the ball. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He's a sharp little ball here. Shot, surely! Oh, good finish! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Ilya. Now, can they get him away? Bakambu. And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your reflections then, Jim?
Democratic Republic of Congo can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
Mesdames et messieurs, un petit message pour vous signaler la...
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. There's the shot! Goal! Colombia! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lerma, distributed tidily. Bernardo Silva. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Bruno Fernandes.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's tidy. He's found a way through. Oh, good effort. Against the crossbar. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Diaz. No, he's not getting past him there. And it's James Rodriguez. Rafa Silva. Looking to play him in. And it's been played through. He's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, off the bar! Bernardo Silva. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. First quarter of an hour gone.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Munoz gets across to intercept that. Looking for the run. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's an imaginative pass. That is good alertness. Munoz. Lerma. Munoz. Now, can they get him away? Ruben Neves. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Lerma. He's looking wide. Bernardo Silva. To Ruben Neves. Looking for a runner. And he's intervened well there. Lukumi. Munoz. Lerma. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Great vision. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo running with it. He'll try from distance. Mighty close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Nuno Mendes. Suarez. Now it's Diaz. Diaz proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Lerma. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Diaz. Has a look and plays it forward.
Portugal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. That's the keeper's ball. Mojica. Lerma. And it's Munoz. Sanchez. For Lerma. And it's James Rodriguez. Mendes producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Lerma. Suarez. He's a sharp little ball here. Bruno Fernandes. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Silva. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Aquí están ambos equipos preparados.
We're on the move again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Mojica. Diaz. Mojica. He has found the way through. He slings it in. Crossed in again. And he's claimed by the keeper. Gently done. Oh, that's fabulous. Driving through the middle. And the ball is out of play. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, strongly challenged there. Ambitious ball here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mojica. Portugal still chasing a one-goal deficit here.
Diaz clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a really well-measured ball. Hammers was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
La cantidad de espectadores de este
It's a
partido
pretty loose
fue de
pass.
80.314.
Looking for options, for movement. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Your impression so far, Jim?
Portugal are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Gonzalo Inacio. Ruben Diaz. And Mendes. And it's Silva. And here's Bruno Fernandes.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can...
Oh, he's having a go! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 10.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Quintero coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Bernardo Silva, a probing pass. Sanchez clears it away. Bernardo Silva is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Lerma. And here's Quintero. Knocks it into space. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And Dalot. João Cancelo. That's a cute ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. Driving forward. And now the breakaway.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Chance, surely! And that's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Colombia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Not the most convincing of passes. Mojica.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Diogo Dalot. Diaz.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, some astute defending there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Lerma. Mojica. Lerma. Lukumi. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Cordoba. And Diaz. Mojica. For Lerma. Opts for safety. Sanchez. Time added on will be 2 minutes. It's a promising position. He is through here. Mojica has the space to scheme. And it's hoisted clear. And there goes the final whistle. Defeated, dejected, deflated. The ultimate disappointment. Your reflections then, Jim?
Portugal really looked like they were just second to everything, disjointed even. Yeah, it was a high-intensity game, and that may have gotten to some of the players, but even so, it was just disappointing.
Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Mojica just loves to go forward whenever he can. He's in a great position here. Real chance for a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The Portuguese do have a penchant for producing great wingers, Peter, and this fella, Rafael Leao, is another really good example. He likes to play down the middle, or he'll go to the left-hand side.
Shoots! And he's being shifted off it. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Diogo Dalot. He's shifting through the gears here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, good effort! Goal! Portugal! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Diaz. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Nicely aimed pass. Rolls it backwards. Ruben Diaz opts for safety. And it's Vitinha. And that was nowhere near his best. Colombia are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. And it's Silva. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Here's Vitinha. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Diaz. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Diaz clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And he's intervened well there. And that pass just didn't quite work. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Munoz. And it's Lerma. Now it's James Rodriguez. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's James Rodriguez. He's got away. A probing pass. Distributed tidily. Can he get on the end of this? And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now, he's got space here. Mojica. Lerma. Munoz. And this is James Rodriguez. Big chance! And that's a sharp finish. Colombia are back in business. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this is Silva. The ball swung in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cristiano. And the shot! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Portugal leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline.
Los jugadores están entrando al campo de juego.
We're on the move again. Rafa Silva.
Oh, great feat, that.
He is through here. Sanchez. And the pass is intercepted. Knocks it out wide. Diogo Dalot has it in a wide position. Tries to get it clear.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, nicely intercepted. Well, that looks a decent... And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rafael Leao actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Munoz gets it away. Colombia have the chance to go the other way. Suarez. Now it's Diaz. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And here's James. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
João Cancelo with the clearance.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And he welcomes it in. Mojica. And Diaz pops it off it and wins back the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. Just about up to the hour now. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 25. Entrará al campo. Número 9.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And it's Lerma. And here's Diaz. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, great leap! Harmlessly behind.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 10.
Colombia have opted to make another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Nuno Mendes. Ruben Diaz. João Neves. And he's forced to go back. Gonzalo Inacio. Played out towards the right wing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ronaldo trying to keep this in. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Mojica promptly onto that, and that is that. Mojica. Diaz.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And the ball is out of play. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Entrará al campo, número 6.
Ruben Diaz. Nuno Mendes. Oh, good spread. And it's Dallo. João Cancelo. Vitinha has created one goal already. And it's Mendes. And this is Ronaldo. Spread it left. He's picked his way through. It's Silva! It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Colombia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
João Neves, can he get it through? And this is Ronaldo. That is lovely. Now the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Diaz.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lerma. And it's Lerma. For Lerma. Muñoz.
Se van a
And it's
jugar 4
Lerma.
minutos de compensación.
Quintero. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. 4 added minutes on the board. And it's Dallo. Stood up well to him there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Driving forward. Shoots! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Wan-Bissaka gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Well, with the explosive pace he's got, Peter, I'd be expecting his teammates to look for the overlap at every opportunity. He can whip in a mean cross too from the byline, but he's the kind of guy you can rely on for his defensive duties too. You know, he'll give you a good shift at either end.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Steaming on goalwards. And the shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And it's been taken short. Neither side yet able to find the net. Mbemba. Oh no, this does not... And the shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Mbemba. Pickle. Lukau. Mbemba. Lukau. More and more pressure on the ball here. Strong running down that left flank. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mbemba cuts out the pass. Buku. Wan-Bissaka. All the way back. Wan-Bissaka. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And it's Mbemba. Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's found a way through. Can he find the finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again. The captain delivers.
Well, this is exactly what you want from your skipper, Peter. I mean, this was about as perfect a time as you can score. Some players already had their heads in the dressing room, but he remained alert.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to...
Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Democratic Republic of Congo coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half. Great chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. Uzbekistan are looking to go forward now. No, that's been intercepted. Wisa engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, that's well done, really robust. That's a cute ball. It's played through for him. Can he finish? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Good play, though. I love the way he was able to time his run like that. It's great skill to get it through one-on-one.
Democratic Republic of Congo still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Searching pass he's played there. Out towards the flank. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's in a great position here. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Well, in the end, nothing might have come of it, but nothing wrong with the running involved. Something the defence need to wake up to, I think.
Shapes to shoot! And he's there to clear it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Knocks it into space. Chance to... He's rising! Not a bad try by any means.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Pickle. Lukau. That's Masuaku. And that has been knocked clear. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pickle. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's there to belt it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's in plenty of space here, and he's picked it up out wide.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Can he finish? And that could have brought them level.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
That's really well cleared. Banza is being harried and hassled.
Listen, it's not nice and it's not clever, Peter, but it has to be done when he tries to make one of those telling runs.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Changement. Le numéro 2. À sa place, le numéro 7. Changement.
Sadiki. Can he get on the end of this? Uzbekistan making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Democratic Republic of Congo now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Can he get it through? Democratic Republic of Congo have reached the now or never stage. Mbuku, and it's lofted through here. It's a decent clearance. We are into stoppage time. Clipped into space, and into the grateful arms of the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
But that signals the very end. Democratic Republic of Congo bow out. Defeat.